Okay, so indeed, 2.3 billion doses already. Behind it are two things. At the very beginning, we had no clue which one of the 6 potential candidates would make it. We were very lucky, and actually this is one big success of our vaccine strategy. At the very beginning, we had over 160 different candidates or applicants for being funded and supported by the European Union. We narrowed it down to around 30, and we chose out of them 6 where we have the contract now. We are negotiating with 2 more, and of these 6 we have the contract. 5 will for sure deliver within this year. The 6 we have to see. So this was very successful, and at the very beginning we had no clue whether this would be possible or not. We could have ended up with only 1 provider, for example, and then you see that it is necessary to have wide number. There's a second dimension in it. We have from the very beginning counted more doses because we wanted to be able to supply also to our neighborhood, from the Eastern Partnership to the Western Balkan to Africa. And there are 2 tracks. It's either by doses in kind or, very important for us, through COVAX. That's the reason why we created COVAX. A year ago, COVAX was not existing. And in COVAX, we do fund with money. Europe is at the moment Team Europe is at the moment being the largest funding partner. We are very much counting on the United States now to join COVAX. But these additional doses, if we get them over time, are as well as for the European people as for our neighborhood. And now the third or new factor is, of course, if we will negotiate further contracts, there will automatically be the thought of the variant and improved vaccines in it. This is for us important. The second BioNTech contract includes already this element, the Moderna contract too. So I think we have to put our mindset in a way that it's not a vaccine is there and we're over with the whole story, but that we'll go into a race against that virus that is raging around the world, and by being more and more contagious, the possibility for the virus to mutate is there. So we will always have to be vigilant to be able, if there escape mutations, to fight them with improved vaccines, to produce them, and mainly over time to vaccinate ongoing the vulnerable groups in the population. The supply chains, you wanted to...
Quickly,
yeah.
if you want.
Yes.
We had 6 candidates. And of course, before, let's say November, or the end of November, we didn't know who will be the first one to be ready. For us, as you know, it has been, I think, Stella, end of December that we get the authorization for the first one. So then, of course, started really the ramping up of the industries. And of course, before it was impossible to identify the bottleneck, where we will have some problems for the supply chain. Same thing, by the way, for AstraZeneca. And as soon as we got the approval, few days after, President, you tasked me with this mission. I was on the ground, and we started to discuss. So I really think that in the time frame, if we look at what happened over the past 6 weeks, I mean, we have been on the ground, and now, of course, ready to work with them and identify. But unfortunately, here and in industry, everything has to be done step by step.
Perhaps not, I recall the question now, Markus Becker, sorry. You were asking why not earlier, and rightly so. We should please keep in mind, first of all, of course, it's the genuine task of the industry, but what we did at the very beginning, we invested heavily in the advanced purchase agreement that we paid upfront to the 6 companies, 2.9 billion euros, in order to have them boost their capacities and get their supply chain in order. But what Thierry said is also true. The whole world is asking for this raw material now, or the components now. So therefore, this will be an ongoing struggle. But we have invested heavily to boost the capacity. If we would not have done that, the deliveries would be way lower today than they are.
Thank you.